all right. Appears I'm live. Alright, I'm not sure who's in here right now, but hello. So, give us a minute to kind of roll around, if you will. Get some people in here. And we'll kind of figure out some things and what we're going to talk about and go from there. So hello to whoever is in here. And just give it a few minutes. Just see how popular Friday nights are. With the slight adjustment there a little bit. So we'll just kind of, I'm going to clean that tank out a little bit. Got a little bit of hair algae kicking in there. Googly muggly. Yeah, definitely right here. So, I don't know. If them guys would ever start breeding, might have something going on. Alright. AHC, Griffin. How you guys doing? Hope everybody's staying safe. Staying, social distancing, I guess is what we call it now. Hey, Pet Science, Diego. Yeah, I just hope everybody's staying safe. I had a lot of fry down here. This tank. Those are the half black ribbons. Can't really see the fry. At least the duckweed is not growing out of control like I thought. There's a little bit in there from where the shipper sent them. A lot of fry down there. But yeah, we're gonna have to do some cleaning on this tank. Try to get them freaking guppies breeding. I don't know, kind of see how it all goes. I don't really have a ton of topics to talk about. I tried to go through a list, and I thought, what can I talk about I've never talked about before, and it's virtually about nothing. So, we're just going to kind of wing it, if you will, and, you know, if y'all are quarantined like everybody else, you know, you're probably binge watching TV and, you know, what have you. So, who knows what's going on. So, I'm not really sure. I'm going to try to... That tank has gotten a little cloudy on me. I've got to clean the filter out. That's old mutt tank there. I need to probably drop some carbon in there and pantyhose. Y'all know that. That's my go-to. So, kind of go from there. But I don't know. We'll just kind of stay in here and kind of wait and see what's going on, how many people tune in, tune out. You know, I don't know what people are doing on Friday nights in quarantine. I have no idea. No idea at all. But anywho, you know, one of the subjects I did want to hit on, this is a problem, people. You know, when you do enough pure breeds of guppies like I try to do, we're just trying to stay more, you know, along this type line. Trying to keep them going without tails going bad and blah, blah, blah. You know, you end up with tanks like this. And the problem with tanks like that, they look beautiful. They really do. It's just, when you want to break them down, first of all, where do you sell the fish? You know, I don't want to put them to sleep. And I'm sure pet stores will take them. I don't know about right now. Local pet stores. All right, we're talking about local. Not talking about, you know, Petco's or PetSmarts or you know that stuff. They certainly are not going to take them. But what do you guys do? You know, when you start getting these gorgeous looking fish, you don't want to destroy them. And then the next problem comes in, which again, I've got to put some pantyhose and check the filtration back here. I think the filters run a little slow. I need to get in a bucket, and that's on my list to, you know, rinse it out, get better airflow. You know, what do we do when you have multiple tanks of fish like this? Hey, Storm Riders. That I don't know. I don't know what to do because idealistically, I'd like to clear this tank out completely. You know, I mean, I would obviously remove the plants, clean it out, and then try to get everything out there and bring in some new species. But how do you do it? And that's the problem I've been having, is figuring out how to freaking do it, people. I have no idea. That tank's fine over there. I don't know. You know, I'm just kind of looking, hey, Storm Riders, again, for ideas on what you all think. I don't know, some of you guys out there are just looking mutts. No doubt about it. You know, look at them. Just every color in the rainbow. Much prettier than most fish you'll ever find at a pet store. What do you do with them? And then, when you clean them out, how in the world do you make sure all the fry are out of there? That's almost impossible. Even if you drain down the tank to, you know, a half-inch of water, there's still fry in there. And then the problem is, you know, they will litter the lines as you go. So, I have no idea, people. I have no flipping clue. Okay? None whatsoever. That's why I hope tanks kind of breed true like this, and just keep breeding true. Probably should feed them a little bit more often than I do to get them to grow up. I don't know. Let me grab some food. Just give them a little bit to eat, anywho. Do not pay attention to this can, people. Okay? All cans I keep are, I reuse cans and put my own fish foods in there. Again, not plugging. Well, there's Fancytailaquatics foods, you know. I'll usually mix up like earthworm and egg flake and whatever else I got. Just kind of feed them that way. Yeah, they looked hungry anyway. But, yeah, always save your old cans, man. I save everything. Everything. You know, even these old repashy things, there's nothing in them, you know, whatsoever. I don't know, I can, you know, easily put fish food in there, take it to a different tank in the other rooms, and blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, crapola. I didn't realize I still had egg flake in there. Oh, googly. What else do I got? Oh, that's bottom feeder flake. At one time, it was brine shrimp flake I used. I use this sometimes for the catfish. They seem to like them. This works on sand really well. It's such a fine mix. And it works on sand really well because it stays above. It doesn't work on gravel as well. That's why I haven't really sold a ton of it. I gave some to some, I gave some out to some people, and, you know, for testing purposes, and that was their problem. A lot of people use gravel. They don't use sand like I do, and then it gets between the gravel and fouls the water up. So, you know, I kind of quit dealing with that part of it. But, I don't know, not as many people on tonight as usual. Must be something going on somewhere. Oh. Gloves that I use, you know, when I'm going to grab things out of the tanks a lot of times. Y'all, with the coronavirus kicking, make sure, I don't know, I've actually been putting these on even though I probably look like a dummy. But, I don't know, even in Louisville, Kentucky, man, many people have got masks on. They're limiting, like in Kroger's that we have here, you know, your Winn-Dixie's, Piggly Wigglies, whatever you've got. They're limiting, you know, how many people can come in on any of those. There's kind of the old purple Moscow, or the blue Hawaiians. I'm not sure. I think I'm losing color on a lot of these guys. They're I don't know. I'm trying to get them back, but who freaking knows, you know? Who knows? I don't know. But, yeah, a lot less viewers than I normally have. Well, I don't know what's going on, people. These tanks, just never much to see down there. Those two at the end are mutt tanks, and that one is supposed to be the blue deltas. And they're trying to fight back. I'm trying to get them rebreeding back. I don't know. Time shall tell, man. One day I'm going to have to move the purple Moscows in here for y'all to see and go from there. But they're in a bathroom tank. At least they're easier to get out besides the wood in the bottom. But I don't know. But I don't know. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate y'all watching. And a lot of you are probably just letting us run the background. That's fine. It gives me some minutes and views and yada, yada, yada. That helps me out. You got any questions, ask me. I'd be happy to answer them. I just kind of came ill-prepared tonight, to be honest with you. And I was almost not going to go live until a buddy of mine from Florida, real good buddy, I had a video where I filmed at his house. His name's Travis. Beautiful house. We went and visited a fish farm. Probably should have done more farms, but I got sunburned. And, he said he'd be watching tonight. He normally doesn't watch, so I thought, well, whatever. I'll go live for a little while and see what happens. It doesn't pick up a whole lot. I'll probably end at about 8:30, I guess. Usually I have at least 10 or 12 in here, if not more or less. And people are asking questions or saying things. But anyway, I definitely appreciate y'all watching. Another thing, I don't know. I've ran out of this Easy Green. So at some point, y'all let me know, do you use fertilizers? How often do you use them? What type of fertilizers do you use? I am no expert on plants at all. Obviously low-level plants are easy to keep. The 10 gallons obviously grow a little bit more for the simple fact, the light doesn't have to travel as far. These taller tanks, they seem to take a long time to get a hold. Whether it's hornwort, java moss, guppy grass, no matter what I'm growing. Now, a few weeks ago, I did clean the bottoms of these aquariums out. Well, yeah, that's some hair algae that's come back I got to get rid of. And I tried to get rid of as much mulm as I could out of the bottoms. I'll move this over here, I guess. That's back there is an old log I did out of PVC with a Dremel. And at one point it was very pretty. It's for the plecos. There's about 3 or 4 plecos in here. I don't see none right now. Yeah, there's one. There's one right there. Bristlenose pleco. He's on a real piece of wood. That's the fake wood. And it's hoping to get them breeding, but from my understanding, if you don't pinch them, make them a cave with no openings, they won't breed very well. But these are the blue Hawaiians. I don't know. I'm trying to keep them going, man, but hey, there's some fry in there I hadn't noticed before. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll get them back. Boy, that bristlenose is really starting to try to make his way up the wood. Well, I've got a bunch of fry in there, so hopefully I can get the colors back in them, kind of like this guy. But, I don't know. It's a wait-and-see game. Y'all know how that goes. I don't know. Again, no real updates in these tanks. Just typical. I do have these listed on eBay if y'all are interested. I think it's about warm enough to start shipping. Talk about pantyhose with carbon. There you go. Let me move this camera here. But yeah, the half-black reds are still doing pretty darn well. But those are going to be listed on, they're listed on eBay for sale. But again, in these times, you know, with everything going on, millions and millions of people laid off, worrying about how to pay bills, you know, gonna be a while, man, before people can start affording things like fish again. The half-black blues are doing okay. Some of them are turning it more into a Delta trait, which I may be able to put into my Delta tank. But it's a wait and see game. There's some more bristlenose plecos they love. Look at that. They just love to hide on the freaking heater back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them at least. And I believe there's about 8 in there, roughly. I sold a bunch of this Java grass, or not Java, guppy grass to a friend of mine locally, and I'll be darned, man. I thought this stuff would grow quickly back. It's not growing at all. Let me get my laser gun real quick. Let's see what the temperature is in here. Yeah, 78, 77, basically 78. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not growing back, but I broke this light up here. I dropped it off the aquarium. That's a completely different bulb than, say, the one down there. Although that's not growing a whole lot either. That's a regular bulb that you know, get anywhere. And the one at the bottom is the ones that I really love. That's why I saved the packaging, man. Yeah. 100-watt daylight bulbs from Philips. They're CFL. Only uses 23. Yeah, Daylight Deluxe. And what I like about them is they 1600 lumens, which is cool. But look at that, 6500K light appearance, and that's what you want. Where most are, like the one on this tank is a 5500. So I like the 6500s for the fact that you can. They just seem to grow plants a whole lot better. A whole lot better. But, well, not getting a ton of traction on this video for some reason. Again, maybe on Friday nights now, instead of people unwinding with fish videos and this and that, maybe they're binge watching Friends or Seinfeld or whatever. So I'm probably not going to take up a lot more time. Over here, I just simply keep sheets of things and always have nets. Full thing of nets up there. There's my big banner, baby. But I think the good times we've all had, where the economy was booming and everything was just going right, man. You know, it's kind of, I went to hell, to be honest with you. There's Bob Sushi Berry, Taylor's Aquatics, One Fish, Two Fish Rock, Aquarium Co-op, me, Jadron Aquatics, AC Aquatics, Bam Aquatics. What is that one? Can't even see it from here. I know the last one is not Noah Jane Fish Rich. I don't know what the other one is. Well, let me take a peek. Oh, Susie Q. That was the last one. Susie Q is the darker one there on the black background. So, well, guys, I'm tell you what, I definitely appreciate everybody watching, but there's just not enough chat going on, and I'm gonna guess most of y'all just threw this in the background and just kind of letting it run, because a lot of times I like to feed off questions. And, you know, this is if you got 10 or 12, 13 people in here or whatever, you know, y'all ask a question and then the whole subject changes. It's a lot more interactive. To be honest with you, since I've ever done these live chats, this is the lowest volume of people I've ever had in here. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and call it early, because by now plenty of other people would have jumped in, unless they're not getting the notifications. We know that YouTube is definitely par for the course, and I just don't have enough, you know, just not much more to talk about right now. And even if I did, there's not enough people watching. Maybe they'll catch the replays. So guys, I think what I'm going to do, which is very, very rare for me, just wrap this up entirely at this time. But I definitely appreciate you watching. You know, just kind of, you know, keep doing the views and watch the fish channels that you like. And it might be a while before we recover enough where we can all start buying stuff again, you know. We got plenty of food for sale. Plenty. Shelves full. But again, with millions and millions of people laid off, just even trying to get food or bread or anything, and then you're afraid to freaking go out to the grocery, you know, it's just, you know, taking a dive. The only thing that's kind of helped me out a little bit is people are ordering food from me, you know, because it's remote, I guess, but, you know, the sales are way, way, way down compared to what they were a year ago, this time of year, because this time of year, most people are starting to buy fish because, you know, temperatures are getting warmer, they're trying to prep, and on and on. Well, I'm going to quit rambling on. Yeah, I should go another 40 minutes. I don't see any point at all. But, and again, most of you probably just had me in the background running on remote. So, alright, I appreciate each and every one of you. Just going to cut it short, and maybe next Friday I'll kind of see, you know, if the ball gets rolling, you know, and go from there. Alright, love each and every one of you. I'm going to go ahead and sign out of here. Thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great evening. Bye.